Things they don't tell you when being a comic book artist. So I'm Ilsa, also known as Longtail on here, and I'm the artist for the Comic Book Judgment Day for our studio Afronomenon. And there is one thing I never hear bring up when it comes to being prepared to be a comic book artist is the lack of social life. So you got friends, family, pets, children, significant others. Your interactions with them is going to be severely cut because you're so focused on finishing this comic. Especially if you're finishing within a deadline, then you may have to schedule your interactions. It's almost like a 9 to 5. So any other comic book artist couple that it's like, oh, they're all kissy and affectionate and huggy and seeming like you're spending time together as you're drawing the comic, that's not real. And you're going to have to be mentally prepared for that. You're also going to have to inform your significant other, your friends, your family, that the reason why your social interactions have been severely cut isn't anything like mentally wrong with you or you have some sort of beef with any of them. It's simply that you're so focused on the comic because you are only the artist. You are the inker, the sketcher, the colorist, sometimes the bubbler. So that's going to take a significant amount of your time outside of the comic. This is why, at least with American comics that I know of, there's a team that works on one issue. There's the bubbler, the writer, the sketch artist, the digital, just so to break down that time so that you're not overloaded as the single artist to work on this comic so that you could still have a social life. You're also going to be burnt out a lot of those days. And those free days where you've taken the time for yourself, your significant other, your children, your friends may feel left out because you spent that day resting your mind because you've been burnt out working on the comic all by yourself. And you also gotta make sure you don't lose yourself at losing the comic, because then that's how relationships end or there's ruffles in it, because they believe that you are more focused in the comic than maintaining a relationship. You know, remembering that your significant other is also your husband, your boyfriend, as well as your co-writer, creator of the comic, that there may be a lot of infighting, like just based on your time set on the comic. So you're either going to have to like schedule like on and off days to spend time with your significant other and everything else outside of the comic book, or like off schedule, you're going to have to like really keep in mind that, okay, for the 3 or 4 hours I'm working on a comic, I'm going to spend like 2-3 hours with my significant other, children, house activities, any sort of thing like that. So there is, I'm trying to figure out the word, so that you're not so lost in your work that everybody else feels like they're being ignored by you because your work is more of a focus than anything else. When that's really not the case, you're just trying to finish this as fast as you can because anything could happen and suddenly you're on hiatus or you simply cannot finish the comic. But you gotta find a balance to have a really good work ethic towards your comic, but also have a decent social life outside of that.
The bamboo earrings, baby.